modified IRR. We have to find out revised IRR of the project when the reinvestment rate is different from the IRR. So how to find modified IRR? This procedure is very simple. Find out future value of cash flows using prevailing interest rate at the time of investment. That is 12%. In our example, that is 12%, 10%, and 9%. Step 2. Find out future value of cash flows. Modified IRR is the discount rate at which the present value of future cash flows equals to investment. Problem number 11. An investment of 1,36,000 yields the following cash inflows. Determine modified internal rate of return MIRR considering 8% cost of capital. They are saying that 8% cost of capital, they are given cash flows, expected cash flows over the next 5 years. But they didn't give the reinvestment rate. In that case, we assume that all future cash flows will be reinvested at IRR. Now tell me, first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. At the end of first year, you will get 30. At the end of second year, you will get 40. At the end of third year, you will get 60, 30, 20. So future value factor. This money will be invested for the rest of the period. That is 4 years. This is for 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, 0 years. So we need reinvestment rate at 8%. That means 30,000 invested at 8% for 4 years. So we have to find the future value of this 30,000 after 5 years. If you take that factor, this would be 1.3605. 40,185. For 3 years, this is 1.2597, 1.1664, 1.08001. $32,400 plus 20,000. So after 5 years, you are going to get 2,12,957. So an investment of 1,36,000 as on today provides you 2,12,957. In two ways you can take the modified IRR. 1,36,000 into 1 plus R whole power n must be become 2,957, 2,12,957. It is the compounding rate at which this investment equal to future value is the IRR. Or if you take the present value, 2,12,957 present value, at what rate this present value of this cash flow equal to 1,36,000. Present value of 2,12,957 at what rate is equal to 1,36,000 is the modified IRR. So you can take the calculation or you can compute the calculation any of these two methods. So I am using that 1,36,000 into 1 plus R whole power 5 must become 2,12,957. That means 1 plus R whole power 1,36,000. 1.5658. Didn't make any mistake. 1.3605 into 30,000. Correct. 40,000 into 1.2597. Correct. 1.1664. Correct. Correct. Two lakh 12,957. Correct. Divided by 1,36,000. So that would be 1.5658. But they are giving it as a wrong answer. 1 plus R is equal to 5th root of 1.5658. I will do this calculation applying root for 15 times. Take root for 15 times. This is step 1. Step 2 is equal to step 1 value minus 1 divided with step 2 value divided by, you are finding 5th root, that's why divided with 5. Step 4, step 3 plus 1, then step 4 value into equal to, this procedure should be continued for 15 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. My 1.5658. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Minus 1 divided by 5 plus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 1 plus R is equal to 1.0938. R is equal to 0.0938 or 9.38%. This is how modified NPV is computed. So next concept, block of assets. See, up to now we have calculated depreciation on capital asset. The same was deducted from the cash flow in order to reduce the tax liability. After getting the tax liability, again this depreciation was added back to the profit. Now, issue is how to find depreciation. We know that depreciation has been provided on the closing WDV of the asset. This depreciation has to be computed in accordance with the provisions of Income Tax Act. Section 32 of the Income Tax Act clearly saying that depreciation has to be provided on the closing WDV, but it must be provided in accordance with the rate of depreciation applicable to the block of assets. So in this context, to provide depreciation assets, first we must classify the asset to a particular block. So in Income Tax Act, there are several assets in various blocks have been classified into. The rate of depreciation is varying from block to block. See, what is block of assets? What are the different categories? How the depreciation will be computed? Block means a group of assets or a class of assets falling within the group of assets. Example, take furniture. Furniture is a block. So when you have furniture in your premises, all the furnitures or all the assets are classified as a group and same depreciation will be provided. If you have machinery, all machines are classified into separate block. So if you have computer and computer software, so that should be classified into separate category, depreciation will be provided there. Like this, several assets have been classified into different blocks. With respect of those blocks, the separate method of depreciations have been provided. The method of depreciation as stated by the Income Tax Act shall be taken into consideration. For example, with respect to machinery, the rate of depreciation was 15%. With respect to computer and computer services, computer softwares, the rate of depreciation was say 60%. With respect to few air pollution controlling equipments, the depreciation rate was almost 100%. Like that, according to the group of assets which are classified under a particular block, the method of depreciation shall be applied, and that method of depreciation will be discussed in the section 32, and the rate of depreciation has to be taken according to the given block. So what is block? Block of assets means group of assets falling within the particular class of assets. So group of assets within the particular class of assets. Say machinery is a particular class, furniture particular class, computer and computer software separate class. Air pollution equipments separate class. There are several class of assets are there. All these assets are classified as a separate block. Group of assets. So I have 4 machines. These 4 machines are classified under the heading machinery, which is a separate block. I have 10 furniture items. Those 10 furniture items, once you classify, comes under the heading of furniture. So they are charged to separate rate of depreciation. Like that, the rate of depreciation as applicable to any asset depends on its block. Next, once you decide your block, then you have to provide depreciation. Depreciation has to be provided on the closing WDV of the block. Closing WDV of the block. Any gain or loss arises on account of transfer of assets has to be computed as per the provisions of the income tax. So now we are moving to know method of computation of depreciation and capital gain on transfer of an asset. So first we must classify a particular asset into a particular group. Then you have to ensure whether that block has any other assets or not. If it is the only asset in the block, then the treatment would be separate. Apart from, suppose you want to purchase a machine. So all machines will be classified as a separate block. First you have to ensure this machine do you have any similar assets like this machine? Yes. that is classified as several assets in the block. I don't have any other assets in the block. In that case, this is classified as only one asset in the block. Depreciation. Has to be provided on the closing WDV of the block. Same. Has to be provided on the closing WDV of the block. Point 1. Point 2. How to find closing WDV? Opening WDV. Since it is the only asset in the block, you don't find any opening WDV. Plus additions or purchases. So the cost of new asset being the addition, less closing WDV, less sale of asset, if any. Since only asset, you don't find any opening WDV sale here, the resultant value will be the closing WDV. So in this case, opening WDV is there because there are several assets in the block. So the purchases or additions, that is the cost of new asset, is added here. Less sale of assets, if any, has to be reduced. So the difference, the closing difference being the closing WDV. Third point. Depreciation in the year of transfer. So Income Tax Act clearly saying that if you want to provide depreciation, there must be some value in the block and there must be some assets in the block. There must be some assets, there must be some value. They should have some value. We have only asset in the block. You are selling that asset. If that asset was sold, the block becomes empty. When the block becomes empty, it is not possible to provide depreciation. That's why no depreciation shall be provided on the closing WDV of the asset. As the block ceases to exist. So depreciation will be provided. See, there are 5 assets in the block, you are selling 1 asset. The balance 4 assets will continue, only 1 asset ceases to exist. That case, the block is not become empty. The depreciation with respect to the remaining assets has to be provided. Last point. Capital gain or loss. The difference between WDV and sale value has to be taken as capital gain or loss. Capital gain or loss. Since the block was not empty and few assets are continuing, no capital gain or capital loss. Has to be computed. The sale value deducted from the opening WDV plus purchases then depreciation will be provided. So this is how depreciation has to be provided and capital gain has to be computed. In problem number 12, we are going to discuss method of computation of capital gain and the method of computation of depreciation in the useful life of the asset. So, in that, only one asset exists in the block. In problem number 13, we have several assets in the block. If new asset has to be added, then how to find depreciation, how to find capital gain. So these issues are discussed there. Problem number 12. A construction company is interested in the computerization of its office. For this purpose, 2 models have been shortlisted, for which relevant information is as follows. Model 1, Model 2. Cost 1,50,000, 2,50,000. Salvage value nil. Working capital 50,000, 70,000. Savings in expenses 1 lakh per annum, 1,50,000 per annum. So life 5 years, 5 years. Depreciation 25% WDV. Find out which model is better. Given the tax rate is 35%, required return is 13%. There is no other asset in the same block of assets. So to decide which model we should purchase. NPV of the two machines has to be computed. A model which gives you highest NPV should be preferred over the other. So for this purpose, the entire problem has to be worked out in the 5 steps. First one, what is the required investment? Second part, operating cash flows. Third one, terminal cash flow. Fourth one, discounting rate, and finally NPV. Step 1, computation of investment. Model 1, Model 2. Cost 1,50,000, 2,50,000. There are no installation expenses, training cost, subsidy, etc. Hence they are not adjusted here, but there is working capital 50,000 and 70,000. What is the total investment? 2 lakhs, 3,20,000. Step 2. Operating cash flows. Model 1. Savings in expenses. First year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. So savings in expenses would be 1 lakh. Less depreciation, less tax, then add back depreciation. This is CF rating. So computation of depreciation. Since we are providing depreciation on WDV method, the amount of depreciation has to be worked out individually. So for first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. Model 1. Depreciation. So 25% on 1 lakh, 25,000. Second year, $25,000 into 75%. $18,750 into 75%. 14,063 into 75%. 10,547. Don't provide any depreciation in the terminal year. $68,360. 25,000, 18,750. 18,750. 10,547. 75,000. 81,250. 14,000. 85,937. 10,540. 89,453. 75,000 into 35%. 48,750. 52,008 into 85,937. 89,453 into 35%. 31,309. 58,144. 69,009. Similarly, we should find cash flows with respect to model 2. So savings in expenses. Savings in expenses. Less depreciation. So model 2 here. So cost of which 2,50,000 into 25%. 62,500 is the first year depreciation. 46,875 is the second year depreciation. 35,156 is the third year depreciation. 26,367 is the fourth year depreciation. So 62,500 46,875 35,156 26,367. 56,874 plus lakh 9,805. So depreciation calculation is here. So we take the wrong depreciation rate. Depreciation calculation is correct, but the asset cost was wrongly taken as 1 lakh instead of 1,50,000. So I have recomputed the depreciation amounts accordingly. The correct values have been placed. Now I am finding the CFAT of the model 1. 40,625. If I add 37,500, so I would get 78,125. This one 71,875. This one 78,096. 84,180. 1 lakh. 25,156. 27,617. 29,463. 35,000. So 46,717 plus 28,124. So this would be 74,844. 51,289. 21,094. 72,389. This is correct. 1,19,375. 1,13,906. 804. 728. 97,500. That's all. Third working, thermal cash flow. So recovery of working capital. How much? So 50,000, 70,000 will be recovered after completion of useful life. Sale value nil. WDV out of 1,50,000, 1,02,539 has been provided. 47,467. 47,461. So 1,50,000 minus 1,02,539. 2,50,000 minus 1,70,898. $79,102. So this loss will be provided to last year profit. So in last year, so you could have a capital gain of 27,686. 47,461 into 35%. 16,611. Therefore, terminal cash flow at the end of 50 year plus 50,000. 66,000. 611. 70,000. 97,000. 686. So finally, computation of NPV. Cash flow side. $78,125. 74,844. 72,383. 70,537. 65,000. Add terminal cash flow. 66,611. So present value factor at the rate 13%. 0.885, 0.783, 0.693, 0.613, 0.543. 65,000 plus 66,000 611 131 611 into 0.543 71,465 69,140 plus 58,603 3,161 plus 43 92,000 investment 2 lakhs 92,788 is the NPV model 1. So model 2 year 1 year 2 3 4 5 cash flows. Like 19,375. So last year 97,500 97,686 96,686 97,686 76,094 65 424 1,05,646 1,05,000 1,95,896 1,543 1,05,986 plus 65,044, 76,094, 18,188, 1,05,647, 4,42,000. Less investment. One lakh 22,340. Model 2 machine has higher MPA. It should be selected.